Hello again, everyone, and welcome to American Idioms Part 115. This is Part 115 in my American Idioms series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you numbered 571 to 575. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess their meanings. Then, I'll give you the answers along with an additional example for each new idiom. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 571. Look before you leap. And the example is, please be smart. Before you quit your job, you should look before you leap and make sure that you have another job lined up. Can you guess the meaning? And the correct answer here is C, to carefully consider the possible consequences before taking action. In our example, they're talking about how this person says, well, do you have another job set up or lined up? Well, make sure you do. Look before you leap. Here's another example. The best investment strategy is to always look before you leap when you are buying any new stock in the market. Okay, in this example, we have some more advice saying that you should research the stock before you buy it, right? Look before you leap, before you do something, before you buy the stock in this case. Got it? That's what it means to look before you leap. And now for number 572. Get in on the ground floor. And the example is, Tim was able to get in on the ground floor of that investment, and now he is quite wealthy because of it. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, to participate in the beginning of a venture, thereby gaining some advantage. Like in our example, Tim was able to participate in this investment or get in there early or in the beginning of it, and it turned out to be quite successful for him. So he had gained advantage because of his ability to get in on the deal, as we say, or to invest early. All right, this is what it means to get in on the ground floor of something. Here's another example. Crystal was sure she was getting in on the ground floor of that deal when she bought shares in that small company, and she was correct. All right, so Crystal here got in on the ground floor or in the beginning of this deal, and she was correct according to the example, okay? Because she got in there in the beginning. She got in on the ground floor. All right, and now for number 573. A bottomless pit. And the example is, somehow the city government thought that they had a bottomless pit of money to spend on their projects, but now, unfortunately, they are in debt. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is A, the limitless cause or source of something. Like in our example, the city government thought that they had a limitless source or amount of money to spend on their projects, but they were wrong because they went in debt because of it. All right? That's what a bottomless pit is. And in this case, it's the idea of having a limitless amount of money. Here's another example. I bought an old house really cheap, and I thought I could flip it and make a lot of money. But the cost of the repairs have become a bottomless pit for me, and I'll be lucky to break even. Okay, in this case, the repairs for this older house became a bottomless pit. They were limitless. The bills just kept on adding up, as we say, right? It was endless. So this person is going to be lucky if they can break even on this deal, right? Okay, and now for number 574, broken dreams. And the example is, we all have our share of broken dreams, but we should not let them get in the way of our quest to succeed in other ventures. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, to have aspirations or dreams that have failed or been abandoned. Like the advice in this example, most of us, or probably all of us, have aspirations or dreams that have failed. And the example is saying that, well, even though you had these broken dreams, you should still try to do things in the future, right? Your quest to succeed in other things in the future, right? So broken dreams are these failed ambitions, more or less. Like our next example. He was a great football player when he was young, but his professional life as a player was a tale of broken dreams due to all of his injuries. All right, so this person was a good football player when he was young, but when he got into the in his professional life, he was injured a lot, and his story, or let's say his career, was a tale of broken dreams, right? Because people thought that he was going to do well, and he thought he was going to do well in his professional life, right? So these dreams that everyone had, probably including himself, were broken or were failed because of his injuries. All right, this is how this is used. And now for our final idiom, number 575, a blank check. And the example is, my boss gave me a blank check when it came to hiring my staff, and I really appreciated it. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, the freedom or permission to act as one wishes or thinks necessary. That's what a blank check is. When it's used like this, it's the freedom to do whatever you want to do, or you have the liberty to do something. Like in our example, the boss here gave this person the freedom to hire anyone he wanted for his staff, right? And he appreciated it. He really admired his boss because of it, right? Of getting this blank check. Here's another example. Congress has given the president a blank check to continue his policy on border security. All right, in this example, Congress is giving the president a blank check or the freedom to continue his policy on securing the border. All right? They are giving him what we say as a blank check. Got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, and please like and share the video to support the channel. And remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.